Thank you for coming to my presentation today, Why We Must All Become Digital Citizens. When we talk about digital citizenship, that's kind of a buzzword that we hear sometimes in education, and we aren't really sure maybe what it means. Digital citizenship refers to the responsible use of technology by anyone using computers, the internet, our phones, any digital devices to engage with society on any level. We are citizens in a brand new digital world that did not exist when many of us were born, or which some of us have seen come to fruition in our lifetimes. It's a whole new world. When we talk about teaching digital citizenship, this is what we're talking about. These are some issues and concepts that are important for understanding that responsibility. Students who are becoming digital citizens need to learn empathy. They need to learn how the internet works, what it means as it relates to security and data usage, those sorts of things. They need to learn some of the ethical issues related to digital citizenship. The way that some countries control data usage, or the way that businesses in the United States perhaps control the amount of data that's able to be used, and what that means for those who may not have the opportunity to access things that others may. Digital citizenship means increasing digital literacy, understanding how to find information, and how to find information that's accurate and trustworthy. Understanding the ethical issues in the digital divide, the differences between people who have more access or less access to the digital world. It means teaching digital wellness, mental health issues related to overexposure to screens or to websites that could be related to cyberbullying for teenagers. One of the things I always remember from a training that I went to early on in the conversation that we were having about digital worlds is that when I was growing up, I'm 44 years old, and when I was growing up, if I had any student who was bullying me at school, when I got back to my house, for the most part, that bully was out of my life. Teenagers now carry their bullies around in their phones with them at all times. They have constant access to one another. And so this is a serious issue as it relates to digital wellness. And then digital security relates to their privacy of their photos, their privacy as it relates to financial information, any of those things, digital safety. CIPA is the Child Internet Protection Act, which provided for E-rate. E-rate allowed for the opportunity for all school districts and libraries to have access to materials that can bridge the digital divide between students. And when E-rate was offered, CIPA was the legislation, the Child Internet Protection Act, which requires E-rate districts who take advantage of grants that allow them the opportunity to access funds for digital services, that it requires them to monitor student safety online and to provide digital citizenship education. There are services that are provided for school districts to organize related to their responsibilities as it relates to E-rate and CIPA. An example of an organization like that that I found in the material that we read is iSafe. iSafe provides, for example, educational curriculum for students. They provide safe usage protocols for school districts, parent communication mechanisms, HR documentation, and additional unifying technology services. So why does it matter that we teach digital citizenship? Teaching digital citizenship enhances a student's ability to identify valid sources when they're doing research, or particularly in the world that we're living in right now, where there's an ongoing conversation about what news is real and what news is fake. It allows our students to understand what valid sources are. It adds to cyberbullying prevention. It helps students to maintain online safety. It encourages them to keep other people safe online and to be kind to others online. And it teaches them to balance digital life with emotional health. Some methods for teaching digital citizenship include the READY method, or R-E-A-D-Y method. The READY method is a way of remembering tools for teaching students that includes R for remind what to make public, and of course, what not to make public. E, for encouraging time away from their digital resources. A, for accountability, providing a digital use guide that explains to students what the expectations are when they are using digital resources. D, for demonstrating positive interactions, the responsibility of staff to demonstrate for students what healthy digital usage looks like and digital citizenship looks like. And Y, for saying yes to digital tools in class, exposing ourselves and our students to more resources for learning. Another teaching method is the REP method. The REP method teaches R for respect yourself and others, E for educate yourself and others, and P for protecting yourself and others. As school districts have learned how to keep the responsibilities of SIPA and E-Rate, some school districts, in addition to purchasing curriculum options, have devised their own digital citizenship curriculum. An example of that is the Los Angeles Citizenship Initiative. And why does all this matter? Above the legal requirements that allow us to attain more resources through E-Rate and the requirements for doing that, digital citizenship is about more than just SIPA compliance. Without it, we are failing our students. We're not preparing them to be college and career ready. I would argue that we're also not preparing them to be relationship ready and to be emotionally safe in the world that they exist in. This lesson supports standard NLS2 by reviewing research and models of education to encourage teacher leadership and digital citizenship, by reviewing models for teaching that support the well-being of each student. It is relevant and added to my learning by encouraging my awareness of programs that bridge the digital divide among students in a school district, and by encouraging my awareness of legal requirements for protecting and educating students as required by SIPA. This assignment will influence my decisions as a future building leader by making me aware of opportunities and requirements for E-Rate, by making me aware of models and reasons for teaching digital citizenship, and by making me aware of content to be shared as it relates to digital citizenship. These are the resources which were used to create this presentation. Thank you.